Is this one of those things where I need to just like lay out, like you make a pile, a Marie Kondo pile of all the things that you have? Hey everyone, it's Aubrey, recovering perfectionist, queen of distraction, and wannabe minimalist. And today we are going to be working in my boys' playroom. This is a project that I have been wanting to tackle for the last few weeks. We've got back-to-back birthdays for the boys in October and November. And before we get into all the holly jolly mumbo jumbo, I want to really just get into the deep depths of the playroom. I want to just take a really good hard look at the things that we are actually hanging on to, the things that I am going to have to be managing over the course of the next year or whenever I decide to clean in here again. At this point in our lives, I've really just kind of come to terms with the fact that this has to be an area of our lives that I have to be the one making the executive decisions on. I have a very good idea on the things that my kids actually play with, the things that they don't, the things that get taken out only when friends come over. And just over the course of the last year and a half, I've really kind of come to terms with the fact that I shouldn't be hanging on to things just to have other people's kids play with them when they come over to my house. Like, that's dumb, right? It's quite silly. Actually, I should only have things in my home that my kids want to play with on a regular basis and things that my kids are willing to clean up. If you want to play with it for 5 seconds and not clean it up, like, why? Why is it here? And that's that. This probably is going to end up being something that takes me a few days to do. Books is going to be its whole other category. This is our first year homeschooling. I don't mind having a lot of books at this point, but I know that there are some things that we could be parting with, like some Dr. Seuss. Just The Cat in the Hat. I'm just not a fan. I'm going to stop talking and we're going to start doing. I don't know where to start. I'll figure it out. Should I be having my children help me with this? Yeah, sure, I probably could. But you know what? After having kids in the house yesterday it was a long day. It was a really long day. The party did not stop at 3 like it was supposed to. But that's fine. The kids had a great day. And I'm looking forward to being alone for the next few minutes. Thank you. Legos are one thing that I'm not decluttering. That's my son, and I guess I would say more my husband's department. I don't know, unless a Lego is broken or there's hot glue stuck to it, which is a thing here, and it's no longer able to actually connect to anything, then I will throw it away. But like this, I'm gonna let this piece go. But other than that, this isn't my department. For anyone who has seen the Lego movie, you know, the Everything is Awesome song. My now 4-year-old asked me the other day, he was looking for the instructions for his very first Lego set that my mom got him. And he asked me, "Mom, where's the Everything is Awesome map?" I was like, "You mean the Lego instructions?" Yeah. So I just thought that was particularly adorable. Flippin' Light Bright just spilled. I'm definitely donating that now. I think the current chaos level is even higher than when I started cleaning in here. Yeah? All right, so I did just go to what I refer as the violence bin. It's where all of like the Nerf blasters live and the boxing gloves. My son did help me go through that and like told me the things that were broken and like why don't you throw them away if you know they're broken. But hey, whatever, live and learn. I'm just like staring at everything over there and not feeling overwhelmed at all. So I just went through this bin here, which had some puzzles, like letter and number puzzles, and I have the majority of them packed up, but for right now I am pulling out like the 1 through 20 2-piece puzzles, and then I pulled out all of the letter puzzles that are letters that Alec and I have either worked with together, like we're learning those, or the letters to his name. So that's that. These I'm going to keep out, but there are some things that we don't really use all that much right now, like these cube manipulatives. Like I want to keep these for counting activities. They don't really get played with, but I want to have like some homeschooling stuff that doesn't live in the playroom that I have for him as like I dive into more schooling with him. So this is going to be like the Alec homeschooling bin. Okay, so as of right now, what I'm going to start doing is I am going to put on the shelf the things that I know for sure I want to keep in our lives, and I am going to put things in the donation bin that I know for sure I want to donate. And by the donation bin I mean the donate bag, because that's what we've got going on right now. So here we go. Okay, so here we are as of right now. 1 full bag of garbage gone, 1 full bag of donations gone. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up selling, what I'm going to end up donating. This is also some donation stuff. This is the homeschooling stuff that is going to go live in one of my homeschooling cabinets. I haven't gone through the music stuff, I need to do that. And then there's like some miscellaneous bits and bobs that either like don't belong at our house or things that I'm considering, I don't know, doing something with. But my husband and I are going to be leaving for dinner at my cousin's soon without the boys, so I'm particularly excited. So I'm going to wrap things up. He's actually like summoning me right now, so catch you later. Okay, so back in the bedroom, it's the next day now. I did spend the morning in here just finishing everything up that I needed to, but as of right now, I am just so stinking happy with how everything is in here. Like, this room is worse for wear. There are holes that need to be patched in the walls. It needs a coat of paint, but also like the kids are so rough in here. I just don't think that it's worth it until this becomes my son's bedroom again. But back to the part where I finished things up and whatnot. So far, as of right now, I'm happy with all of the toys that we have out here. We've got the Lego table, and then there's the Duplos and the Magnet tiles underneath. And then we have the little toy shelf that my husband had made my son. And we've got our cars that aren't Hot Wheels, or Hot Wheels, dinosaurs, and other little animal figurines. The marble runs, some musical instruments, the puzzles that my son actually does, and then some magnet building ball stick things. So that's everything that is out here in the closet. It's primarily my son's Legos, his tool set, his perler beads, but I did put like the Hot Wheels tracks in there, and then the wobble board that we have, a little plastic bowling set that I don't think that's realistically going to end up lasting the rest of the year. And then on the other side, we have our scooters and then our violence bin. It sounds so ridiculous to say that, but I mean, it is. It's the stuff that the kids are mean to each other with. So as far as that dresser goes, there used to be so much in there, and basically the bag and a half of donation items that I had, and then the bag and then some of trash allowed me to eliminate everything within that dresser. And I do still need to go through the stuff that's on top with my son. There are some RC car batteries. I don't think we even have the majority of the RC cars that the batteries belong to. There's some little Lego figurines that I think we need to find a safe place for, but my goal for that dresser is, for the time being, until we make this room my son's again, I want it to live in my husband's office. He was not thrilled with that idea, but I'm going to work on him some more with that, because it would just be nice not to have that useless piece of furniture in the room. It doesn't fit in the closet, and that's that. So playroom is done. Oh, the shelf above the little toy shelf, I do need to take a couple things off of there, like the little barn. I want to tuck that away for future grandchildren, because that was mine when I was younger, and it's still in pretty decent condition for like a play school thing from the 80s. Today, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to my last two things that I really want to focus on. Stuffed animals and all the books that are in the boys' bedroom. I don't know if both will necessarily end up happening, but we will see. All right, you guys, I have some questions for you. Do you guys want to keep Big Bluey?
No. I want to keep Big. We'll just do.
Do you want to keep Spider, Jackson?
Yeah.
What about Big Puppy?
I want to keep them all. Stop asking.
Well, Jackson, we can't keep all these stuffed animals forever.
I want to keep those two.
These ones?
Wait, I want to keep that one.
Okay, go put it in your bed.
I might some.
I know, I'm not getting rid of them.
I want to keep them all.
Okay, so here we are. It has been almost a week since I did the initial decluttering in the playroom. Also, I hope everybody had a lovely Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving right now, so yesterday, if you're watching it the day it's posted, I did not record the outro to this video, and I just realized that, the day before I need to finish everything up and get it posted. So no stress over here, none at all. But bonus, no stress in the playroom, because just ever since I simplified everything in here, it is so much easier for the boys to manage and actually clean things up. Now, there are Legos on the floor. The cushions aren't stacked up. There are just general things that need to be put away. But the level of simplicity in here, it's just so much easier for the boys to actually be responsible for the things that are in here. And at this point, I just find so much peace in knowing that when we do wrap up for the end of the day, that the room will more than likely be tidy. And even if we don't go to bed with it spotless in here, I'll know that at least the little bits and bobs that have been left out, it's not going to be anywhere close to the mess that we had initially walked into when I first started making this video. But just if you haven't done it already, I highly recommend just going through all of your toys this time of year and just deciding what you want to part with. I have a bag and a half of donations, a box of some books, and a few stuffed animals. And then at the last minute, I did decide to go through my hope chest. It's what we use for our coffee table in our living room. It's where we keep all of our games and stuff. I pulled Life out in a random puzzle, so a couple other random things that we are saying goodbye to, and then it was like a whole bag, and I think another half trash bag full of just broken toys that have been just getting tossed around and not played with, but just in the mix. And I know that my children are very much like me. It's easier for them to play peacefully if there's not so much visual chaos. Like, that's how I function best in our main living space, and I've just noticed so much more peace and cooperation. Like, they get along better when there's less chaos in the playroom, like there's less things for them to accidentally hurt each other with. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking a chunk out of your day to hang out with me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm thankful for you all. That is definitely something that I'm thankful for. This Thanksgiving is just, I can't believe we're almost at 3 years of me having this channel. It's been a fun journey, but that is that. If you're not yet subscribed and you'd like to hang out with me in the future, you are invited. Either way, I hope to see you in the next one. As always, I love you. Have fun and be kind.